All right, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, who is also running for president, but it hasn't been going very well for him, especially now that he's involved in Bootgate. If you haven't heard yet, he's being accused of wearing high heels, and it's almost proven at this point. Like, for a month, there have been rumors about it that he could easily put to rest, but he chooses not to, which is not a good sign for him, and he just continues to embarrass himself. And at this point, I don't know if he'll ever be able to give it up. This man could be wearing high heels for the rest of his life, which is hilarious. I mean, you could tell how uncomfortable he is whenever he walks. It looks so awkward. It's like he has clown shoes on or something. Like, you'd see his toes are nowhere near the end of his shoes. I mean, look at this. Nobody's foot bends like this. So I don't know what he is thinking, trying to get away with wearing high heels so he looks taller. I think that's what he's doing. Or he secretly wants to be a drag queen or something, and this is the best he can do. Either way, his presidential run is probably over. I mean, I think this was the nail in the coffin. Like, he would have had a better chance just accepting being short. I know most presidents are taller, and it definitely helps, but what's worse than being short is wearing high heels to make up for being short. It's just so embarrassing, and now everybody is just going to be paying attention to his shoes and his height. Especially after he went on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, where Patrick called him out on it, which was awesome. I mean, somebody needed to do this, and of course, Ron did not handle it well. Like, Patrick played a clip of it for him, and Ron was like, "What is this? I don't understand. I haven't seen this. I haven't heard about it yet," which I feel like has to be a lie. Either that, or he has the worst team ever, and he needs to fire them immediately, because everybody is talking about this on social media, and eventually this was going to get brought up. So people should have advised him on this, and I'm sure they did. Also, if the theory isn't true, he should want to put the rumors to rest right away and just prove that he's not wearing heels and he's actually the height he claims to be. Just take your shoes off or have somebody measure you or something, like what Ben Shapiro did when somebody called him out on his height.
Doing okay. How are you?
Great. How come you claim to be 5'9" even though you're like 5'5"?
I don't know. How tall are you? You're 5'9"?
I'm actually 5'9".
Okay, come over here. Let's see.
Yeah, so that's how you handle it if you have nothing to hide. But Ron DeSantis, on the other hand, you could see him just dying inside, and he's staring at the clip for like 15 seconds, and eventually he's like, "What are people trying to say? I haven't seen this at all," which has to be a lie. And also, people think it's weird. He said he's 5'11", because usually you just round up at that point and say you're 6 feet.
Sure, your marketing team points out how they're trying to troll you in the marketplace. Okay, I'm sure they're doing that. Can you bring this one clip? I know you were on, what do you call it, on, what was it, Bill Maher, and Bill Maher talked about the boots. I've seen you walk with these boots. Go ahead and play this clip. This on TikTok went viral. It doesn't have 1 million views. It doesn't have, 10 million views. This thing's got 1.2 million likes. And some people are wondering.
What are they? I don't even, I haven't seen that.
They've not shown this to you. Okay,
No.
What they're trying to say with this is that in your boots, you have heels.
No.
That's what they're trying to say.
Those are just standard off the rack Lucchese.
How tall are you? How tall are you, Governor? How tall?
5'11".
5'11". Okay. Why don't you wear tennis shoes and dress shoes?
I do wear tennis shoes when I work out. Yeah, 100%.
You do.
Yep.
Okay. I got a gift for you. I'd love for you to wear. Okay. I shop at Ferragamo. Okay. And
I don't accept gifts. I can't accept it.
I totally get it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so again, if the rumors aren't true, he would want to prove his height right away. If you saw that clip for the first time, you're like, wow, people really think this. Somebody measure me, or like somebody who's 5'11" stand next to me. It's not very hard to actually prove it. But instead, he just acts all confused. So now everybody's pretty much goofing on him. And it's not because he's short, it's because he's so insecure about it. He's going to wear high heels to make up for it. I mean, that's just embarrassing. And now that somebody's called him out on it and he denied it, if it is true, now we caught him lying about it as well. Like, Donald Trump Jr. was talking about it and goofing on him. And he said this is the kind of stuff that'll lead to a war.
Literally almost touches the bottom about 3 inches in. Like, that's just weird, folks. Say what you want, and there's those, oh, I can't believe you'd criticize him for wearing boots. No. I'm criticizing that mentality. It's that insecurity. Okay, if you're that insecure, just If you're 5'7", whatever he is, like, own it, right? That insecurity on a world stage is not going to work out well for us. That's the kind of stuff that gets us into wars eventually. So I think it's important that we talk about it.
And either way, I think Ron DeSantis needs to fire his team. Like, somebody should have told him this is going to backfire. It's a terrible idea. Social media, people are going to figure this stuff out. And I don't know what he's going to do now, because if he takes them off and just starts wearing normal shoes, then people will notice his drop in height. But then if he keeps wearing them, people are just going to continue to laugh at him. So he's pretty much screwed either way. And I can't imagine how the debates will go with him. I'm sure people will bring this up and start goofing on him, especially if Donald Trump is there. Like, he will definitely make fun of him for this. So things are not going to go well for Ron DeSantis. Or if he wants to, he could easily just prove all the haters wrong. But I think he would have done that already at this point. So he's in too deep. I don't know what he's going to do. And people can act like this isn't that big of a deal. It's just his height. Who cares? It's not that serious. But, Howard Dean did a weird yell, and that was pretty much it for him. I know he wasn't going to win either way, but that was the nail in the coffin. So I think with Ron DeSantis, lying about his height is on that level, maybe even worse. Weird stuff like this can definitely affect your presidential campaign, and there's not many people even defending him, and most Republicans are even just goofing on him at this point. But let me know what you guys think about it all down in the comments. And then make sure you go check out my Patreon account. There's a ton of content on there that's only available on there. I just posted a video about Tim Dillon and Legion of Skanks versus Anthony Jeselnik, a feud that they got in a few years ago. And also I talked about Bill Burr and Kevin Hart when Bill ripped him apart for selling out. And then there's just a ton of other stuff, probably over 40 videos at this point. And I post every week. I post a video that's about 20 to 30 minutes. So if you want any extra content, make sure you check that out. And then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.